Hi, this is Lara at Elliott Wave Gold with your weekly US oil analysis done after market close for New York session dated Tuesday 27th of August. I'm recording this video now, Wednesday the 28th of August, 1 AM New York time. Movement above 110.56 invalidated my main monthly wave count and confirmed this alternate. At that stage I was expecting quite a bit more upwards movement. The structure is incomplete, it's got further up to go before it could be considered again over. At this stage I'm seeing the structure still as a supercycle second wave correction and the structure is incomplete. It can't be over here because this downwards wave subdivides as a 5-wave impulse, so the correction's not over here. When the A wave subdivides as a 5, the structure we're looking at is a zigzag, and within a zigzag the B wave may not move beyond the start of the A wave. Movement above 146.73 would invalidate this wave count at supercycle degree. Cycle wave B looks like it's unfolding as a double zigzag. The first zigzag in the double, a 5-3-5 structure, is labelled primary wave W. The double is joined by a corrective structure in the opposite direction. This is a contracting triangle, probably over here, labelled primary wave X, where the E wave undershoots the AC trend line. It all has a typical good look. This may be where primary wave Y begins, and so far we have a 5-3 and an incomplete 5 up. Draw the triangle trend lines on the monthly and daily charts and extend them outwards. The point in time at which those triangle trend lines cross over may see a big trend change. It may be that that's where primary wave Y comes to end. Let's have a look at the structure on the daily chart. Now, just before we go there, this wave count is pretty much the same as my alternate I presented first, I think a couple of weeks ago now, except for where the triangle ends. I had it ending here, and that had a strange look because I had all this movement here outside above the BD trend line, giving the triangle a really strange look. So I think it's more likely that it was over here with an undershoot of the AC trend line, and at that point it's all nicely contained in the triangle trend lines. Okay, let's have a look at the structure of primary wave Y on the daily chart, where it starts down here. Is this point down here where the triangle ends. So keep drawing those trend lines out and look out for when the trend lines cross over. Draw them really accurately. So the structure at cycle degree is a double zigzag, and the purpose of double zigzags is to deepen a correction, so you do expect them to move strongly in a corrective direction. This one is subdividing with the second zigzag in the double, labelled primary wave Y, a zigzag, 5, 3, and we need the 5 up to complete. So far we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 is over here. This is where 5 begins. 4 can't be over here as a contracting barrier or expanding triangle because this structure here does not meet the rules for any of those. A contracting triangle labelled A, B, C, D, E can't have the C wave move beyond the end of the A wave, so that's invalid. An expanding triangle labelled A, B, C, D, E needs D and E to move beyond the prior subwave in the same direction, so that's also invalid. So this is where minor wave 4 ends as a zigzag, and this is where minor wave 5 begins. We have 1, 2, and the third wave is probably incomplete. The target for primary wave Y to end at this stage, not really too far away, and we're going to have a couple of fourth wave corrections along the way, taking up time. At 122.55, intermediate wave C would reach 2.618, the length of intermediate wave A. It's already past 1.618, the length of A, so that's the next Fibonacci ratio in the sequence used to calculate the target. At 120.84, minor wave 5 would reach 1.618, the length of minor wave 1. Within minor wave 5, we probably don't have the end of minute wave 3 yet. We're still in a third wave, towards the end of it. When it's done, we'll have a fourth wave correction at minute degree, which can't move back into minute wave 1 price territory. At that stage, movement below 108.17 would invalidate this wave count at minor degree. Draw this parallel channel around intermediate wave C, draw it from the end of 1 to 3 with a copy on 2. Nicely shows us so far where price is finding some support, little overshoots, but not a clear channel breach at all. Should continue to find support around the lower edge of this channel and resistance at the upper edge as we continue on upwards. Let's have a look at the structure of minute wave 3 on the hourly chart, where it starts down here, the end of minute 2 is this point down here. So within the third wave we have 1, 2 and a good clear strong third wave showing a nice strong increase in momentum. It's probably not over yet. It's past 1.618, the length of minuet wave 1. It's probably going to move up a little bit higher, maybe another $3. When it's finished, we'll have a small fourth wave correction for minuet wave 4, maybe lasting half a day to a day or so, maybe even a little bit more long lasting if it turns out to be a combination or a triangle, because their purpose is to take up time and move price sideways. I would expect it though to probably be a zigzag and probably be a relatively deep correction, maybe reaching back down into the price territory of the fourth wave of one lesser degree down in here. It can't move into wave 1 price territory. At that stage, movement below 107.35 would invalidate the wave count at minute degree. It may find support at the lower edge of this channel. Sometimes that happens for fourth waves, but sometimes they overshoot the channel. So look out for the lower edge of this channel in the first instance is where it may end. Draw this channel from 1 to 3 with a copy on 2. If it breaks through support at the lower edge of that channel, look for it to end down in this price range here of sub-minuet wave 4. When the fourth wave is over, more upwards movement to end minute wave 3 at 119.03. Minute wave 3 will reach 2.618, the length of minute wave 1. It's already past 1.618, so again that's the next Fibonacci ratio in the sequence we use to calculate the target. So movement above 110.56 invalidated the monthly wave count and confirmed the alternate monthly wave count, which sees a really big double zigzag incomplete, and we need more upwards movement, probably for a few weeks yet. That's all for me today with your oil analysis, and I hope that everybody had a fabulous day.